Hello everyone, my name is Dee. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome back if you have been here before. Today we are going to be doing a reading based on your person's current thoughts about you and about the connection itself. With that said, this is a general reading, so as always, please take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does not resonate with you, then it is not meant for you. Pile 1, we have opalite. Pile 2, we have sodalite. And pile 3, we have goldstone. Hello, pile 1, my opalite pile. Let's take a look at what your person's current thoughts are about you and about the connection itself. What do they currently have on their mind when it comes to you and when it comes to the connection that you both share? Okay, pile 1, let's see. What is your person's current thoughts about you? We have the Ace of Swords, which is a good sign because to me the Ace of Swords is immediately going to bring something up like clarity, like they want to give you some clarity, they might want to communicate with you more, etc. Let's see what else we've got. The Emperor. We've got too many cards. Let's take a peek at them. Ace of Wands and Three of Cups. And we kept one of them. We kept the Ace of Wands. So I would say this person is definitely wanting to give you clarity, perhaps about the direction that they hope to see this connection go in. So we've got two aces here, and the two aces are definitely going to bring up that this person is very interested in you. That there is, attraction toward you. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm wondering, when it comes to this person, it is very clear here that this person is interested in you, wants to get to know you more, wants to communicate with you more, etc. That Ace of Swords to me is going to bring up something like clarity, while the Ace of Wands is going to bring up communication. Even the Ace of Swords will bring up communication. The Emperor in between the both of them is going to represent stability, security. For me, it's also going to bring up something like commitment. That this person, it's also going to bring up dependability and reliability. So to me, it's almost as though this person wants to give you some clarity surrounding the fact that they want to be in your life more. They might be trying to prove to you or show you that, let's say, they can be a stable partner or a committed partner, or they can be somebody who you can depend on or rely on. And I feel like when it comes to what your person's current thoughts are, it could even be representing that they're recognizing or they have clarity surrounding the fact that you are somebody who they can commit to, who they can rely on, who they can depend on. Somebody that they're very interested in. What I like with the mixture of, let's say, the Emperor, which to me is someone who's very grounded, someone who is very, let's say, stoic, committed, grounded, sort of just, whatever. There's somebody that can be someone who is very, let's say, I'm going to continue to use the word grounded, and then we have the Ace of Wands next to it, and the Ace of Wands to me is going to bring up fun, excitement, experiencing and exploring. So to me, this person could also be looking at you or could be thinking about the connection as the best of both worlds. There's still a lot of fun and excitement being had and to be had within this connection, but the two of you, let's say, really hold one another down as well. The two of you are able to, it's almost like it's the best of both worlds. This is somebody, or you are somebody who they feel like they can commit to and rely on, and the Emperor for me will bring up marriage material. So it's like they look at you as somebody who is marriage material, but they also look at you as somebody who things are kept fresh and exciting and fun with. And I feel like right now this person's very interested perhaps in moving the connection forward. They could be very interested in, let's say, trying to deepen the level of commitment. Like they are very interested in you and they want to do something to make this connection more so committed to one another than whatever the two of you are right now to each other. So overall, this person seems to be very interested in you and getting to know you better and getting to show you that they can be committed and dependable and reliable, and they're feeling that you are also perhaps very interested in them, and you've already perhaps proven to them, and they're having clarity surrounding the fact that you are someone, again, who they can depend on, who they can rely on, who they can commit to. We've got the Nine of Cups, which I absolutely love to see. And let's see if we could get 2 more cards. We have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So this person is definitely, this pile 1, I always say, first of all, when the Knight of Cups jumps out, you know that this person's going to make some type of romantic gesture, romantic proposal. Because that's the meaning of the card. But when it's the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups, it really exemplifies it. The Page of Cups to me at times lives more so in idealism. The Knight of Cups is actually going to do something about a connection. While the Page of Cups, let's say, I would say the Page of Cups at times, it would be like a 50-50, especially dependent on the cards around it. But when you have both the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups jumping out in a love reading about somebody's current thoughts, there's, it becomes more so of, let's say, a definite, dependent on the situation, of course. So as always, take what resonates, leave the rest. If it does not resonate with you, it is not meant for you. But let's say 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, the Page and the Knight of Cups jumping out together do mean that there's going to be some definite positive movement forward. The Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups, when they meet up, when they join up, and they literally jumped out one right after the other here, is going to signify that this person is going to, let's say, ask you out. They're going to ask you to be their, boyfriend or girlfriend. You're going to move forward toward that exclusivity with one another. So regardless if this is a romantic interest or if this is somebody that you are dating, there should be positive movement forward when it comes to this connection. And this person is very clearly plotting and planning their romantic gesture or romantic proposal when it comes to this connection. The Nine of Cups, again, I love to see it here because the Nine of Cups is going to represent a couple of different things. First thing, that there is emotional and physical intimacy within this connection. Whether either ground has been broken, the two of you have a huge amount of potential to continue to build upon the emotional and the physical intimacy that does or can exist between the two of you. With the Nine of Cups, this is also going to bring up that this person feels, let's say, very smitten by you. They might look at you as the person of their dreams. They might, they're very, very, very attracted to you. Okay? So that's another thing. The Nine of Cups, it's also going to bring up that basically the two of you are already whole, fulfilled, complete. The two of you separately already have, let's say, all that it is that you need to enter into this romantic relationship with one another. You are somebody who's perhaps very settled in their own life. You are somebody who's got a lot of things going for you. And your person is somebody who's very settled in their own life and has a lot of things going for them. I feel like the Nine of Cups, again, it's going to bring up that indication or that message of you have everything that you need. And with that, both of you are living very complete, fulfilled lives, both separately. And when the two of you join up, the two of you will be able to have a very happy, healthy, and fulfilling romantic relationship with one another as well. And I believe that might be exactly where we end this. This was such a lovely little spread to do. Thank you all so, so, so much for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Hello, pile 2, my sodalite pile. Let's take a look at what your person's current thoughts are about you and about the connection itself. Let's see what is going on between you and your person. What are they thinking? What are they thinking of doing? Let's say even what do they have in mind when it comes to this connection that the two of you share. We start out with the Knight of Pentacles, and it's I'm going to throw these two cards in, but we're back in just because they jumped out together. But we've got Knight of Pentacles starting us off. He jumped out alone. But even with that Four of Swords and the Well, it could indicate to me just between all of these cards that Certain aspects of this connection have been, let's say, a long time coming. So it might feel like certain things are taking a frustratingly slow time. When it comes to this connection, we've got two more cards jumping out, the Sun and the Four of Wands. But it's quite clear here that this person, feels some type of way about you. Now we've got the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Ace of Wands. So I feel like there's going to be like some almost, let's say, what did we lose to the floor? And we lost the Chariot to the floor. So I feel like there is going to be almost, for some of us, let's say, some type of rapid positive movement forward when it comes to this connection that we might not have ever experienced before, or we certainly have not experienced within this connection. Okay, and what I like with it too is like that Knight of Pentacles is sort of looking outward past the rest of the reading. And I feel like in the past, because those first like two cards that just sort of jumped out, it was the Four of Swords and another card that I think was more positive, let's say. And it's like the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords together. That would really bring up a message that at times this connection has sort of teeter-tottered. At times this connection has been very high contact to very low contact. And so on and so forth. And for me, part of what's coming out here, at least, is almost as though this person's going to, per se, finally take their chance. I feel like that's a huge message that's coming out here, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, and then directly below it is the Wheel of Fortune. It just feels like to me this person is finally going to take their chance when it comes to this connection. Okay, and that Knight of Pentacles, again, it's something about this connection. It's been a long time coming. That could be an indication, of course, of the connection itself. As always, take what resonates, because I'm going to say it could also mean for some of us, like, it's been a little while since we've personally been in a relationship. So this person coming into our lives, or this person that's currently in our lives, could be like it could feel like, again, that long time coming, like it's been a while. And I feel like it's more so in the sense of people that know this person, people that have been interested in this person, people that have had not really an on and off thing with this person, but almost like there's times where this person's been in your life a lot. And then there's times in this relationship or this connection where this person's been in your life a little. But when we move forward to the Six of Wands, it almost to me feels like there's this sense of urgency when it comes to this person and their behavior. Like this Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, even, it could bring me to the fact that maybe the two of you were, like what I'm getting from this, the sort of vibe that I'm getting is like you and this person were from the same hometown. This person and you went off, you got your careers all settled up, you have some level of success within your careers, you're feeling stable and secure within your lives right now, and you're both feeling ready to settle down. It kind of reminds me of like the two of you being romantically interested in one another when maybe, again, same hometown type of situation, the two of you all are old friends, and then both of you move away, you do what you got to do for yourselves, and now in some way or another, the two of you are back in one another's lives. Now, it doesn't have to fit that same vibe. You could throw your own story in there. Maybe there's some more bumps and bruises along the way. Maybe there's some more sunshine and rainbows along the way. But that's sort of the vibe that I get from this with the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. At times there's been periods of low or no contact, not because the two of you had a falling out, but more so because the two of you were just busy getting settled and becoming stable and secure in your own rights and in your own lives. So that Six of Wands, to me now, it's almost like there's this sense of urgency. We found the success that we want, etc. Now we are really looking with that Hierophant to settle down. And I feel like when it comes to your person's current thoughts about you, it's, I did what I needed to do for myself. And like even looking back on the past, I have not taken a chance on this connection in the past. Looking back in the past with that Knight of Pentacles, I've become settled and stable and secure. I finally feel ready to settle down with someone because the Hierophant is going to represent love, marriage, and commitment. And to me, it's like the Knight of Pentacles is I did the hard work that I had to do. I've got my career under control. I've got my life under control. And I'm stable, secure, and grounded mentally and physically, financially, spiritually, emotionally. I am ready to start a relationship. Like I found success in what I wanted to find success in. Perhaps I traveled a little bit. Kind of like this indication of I've lived my life and now I am ready to settle down. And now I'm looking for love, marriage, commitment. And I feel like in the context of your connection with this person is looking to finally take their chance on this connection between the both of you. Because there's perhaps always been chemistry. There's always been some sort of interest in one another, but neither one of you have really fully given this your full commitment yet, or in the past, let's say. Like again, it just kind of reminds me of somebody who, let's say you were somewhat interested in high school or in college, and then it's like dependent on how close or how far away the two of you were from one another, the more that the two of you communicated and flirted and had fun with one another. And then it like oscillates. It goes back and forth. It teeter-totters, if that makes sense. You know, like this is somebody who at times has been a larger part of your life. Even right now might be, again, a larger part of your life because the two of you are finally back in the same place. It could be that the two of you maybe do something similar within your careers and the two of you chat with one another a lot. If you're not physically close to one another, like physically in the same like place again. Whatever the case might be, it just seems like this is somebody who it has been in your life and then has not been in your life and has been in your life and not been in your life. And now it's kind of like the two of you are both at this point where you are ready to settle down. Your person especially, you know, is ready to settle down, and they finally want to take a chance on this connection. Because perhaps in the past they never did because they never were settled. They didn't have their career under control. They didn't have their finances under control, their life under control, whatever the case might be. But it's like now this person is settled. They are looking for love, marriage, and commitment, and they finally want to take their chance on you because the Wheel of Fortune I'm mainly going to interpret as, luck and chance and fate and blah, blah, blah. I also, though, feel like the Wheel of Fortune can speak to that, can speak to phases and cycles. And I feel like some of what has happened between the two of you in the past has been somewhat cyclical in nature. You know, there's been this cycle of high contact, low contact, the cycle of, maybe being physically, like in distance-wise, physically or emotionally close to one another, or physically and emotionally apart from one another. So it's almost like this person kind of keeps circling back around, and not in a bad way, because the vibe that I get here is you or this person have never done anything to fuck each other over. You've never done anything to hurt one another. It's just somebody that you've always had, let's say, and they've always had in you this sort of vague romantic interest that neither one of you could really have the opportunity to take the chance on in the past. Now, with the Ace of Wands, it seems as though this person wants to communicate even more with you. This person wants to see you. This person wants to do things with you. This person wants to make plans with you. So I feel like this person, again, these first three cards I feel like gave more context as to maybe what's going on in this situation. And I feel like when now it's like, again, they're settled down, they're looking for a love, marriage, commitment. They're wanting to take their chance. And in taking that chance, they might start communicating with you more and making more plans with you. That's something that is very heavily on their mind right now. Like, got to reach out to so-and-so, got to make plans with them, got to see where they're at, got to communicate with them, etc. And I feel like the way that this person's approaching this connection right now is like, yes, they want to take their romantic chance, but they also want to get together with you and see you and make sure that the two of you are on the same page, make sure that there's still chemistry within this connection, make sure, etc. Like, they're wanting to get back in contact with you, and they're wanting to increase their contact with you and see you and make plans with you to sort of make sure that it is the right time for them to take that chance. And I do feel like they'll find that it is the right time. But we have the Chariot here ending this reading. And I feel like the Chariot is kind of bringing me this indication of this person feeling, let's say, very determined to do this. You know, this person feels like in their personal lives, let's say, they've overcome a lot of the obstacles that they had to. They feel like they are someone who is ready and willing to give their all into a relationship. And I feel like what they're kind of hoping for is the same. You know, like they're hoping that the two of you are on the same page. And that I just feel like there's this certain sense of, again, like urgency from the Six of Wands, but also now determination. And again, some sense of urgency even from the Chariot, where this person's determined to come back into your life. And for some of them, they might have never really left your life. It's more like coming back into your life on this more so full-time basis, as I like to call it. And I just feel like there is, again, this sense of urgency, this person feeling very determined to move forward when it comes to this connection. And this person feeling very determined to try to make plans with you and to try to, again, see where your head is at, see what you're up to, etc., whatever the case might be, and however the connection is to one another. So I do hope that that makes sense. As always, please take what resonates and leave the rest. But overall, I feel like this person is ready and willing, let's say, to start a romantic relationship. I feel like right now, when it comes to the connection between the both of you, this person finally wants to take their chance. But again, I feel like they want to get to, like, it's almost like they want to get to know you again first, of course. Like, this person isn't going to come back like knight in shining armor. Maybe for some of us they will, okay? I don't want to knock the couple of people that maybe it is going to be something like a knight in shining armor, but I do feel like this person wants to be in your life more. They want to, get to know you now, let's say, because it does seem as though this is someone who you have had in your life for a fair bit of time. But right now, again, they feel like they can take their chance, or they feel like they're readying themselves to take that chance. And in doing so, they want to, again, get to know you now, and who you are now. They want to make plans with you. They want to see you. They want to increase communication with you, etc. I really hope that makes sense. Thank you so much, Pile 2, for allowing me to read for you today. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Hello, Pile 3, my Goldstone pile. Today we are taking a look at what your person is currently thinking about you and about the connection itself. What is on your person's mind when it comes to this connection that the two of you share? Okay, let's see what is going on. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Cups, Death, the Ace of Cups, and the Four of Swords. So, Pile 3, I will try to keep this kind of short and sweet when it comes to this connection, but I'm not exactly sure, like when it comes to this person, let's say, how worth your time it is for you to continue to invest yourself within this connection. And I say that because the Eight of Cups, it can equally mean walking away from someone as it can mean walking forward toward someone. So to me, when we look at the Two of Wands, it's almost as though this person is indecisive about whether or not they want to continue forward in this connection. And then we move forward to the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is all about idealism and fantasy and illusion and multiple options. The Death card is about new beginnings, but it's also about endings. The Ace of Cups is about new romantic relationships. And then we have the Four of Swords, which is, to me, going to represent no contact and no communication. With that said, I feel like when it comes to the Eight of Cups, this person could perhaps be, well, it's almost like this person, oh God, I don't know how to say it, but it's like, the vibe that I get from the Eight of Cups and the Two of Wands is that this person kind of can't make up their mind. That at times this person might want to have their cake and eat it too. basically, I feel like, especially between the Two of Wands and the Seven of Cups, there's a strong indication of this person wanting to keep their options open. With that said, this person is not really, I feel like the Ace of Cups, because first of all, I don't use reversals in this deck. So since I don't use reversals in this deck, every card is going to basically bring up the upright and the reversed meaning of the card for me, because I do usually read with reversals. Like if I do a personal reading, I always read with reversals. With this deck, I don't though. Anyway, not that you needed to know all of that, but the vibe that I get from the Ace of Cups is I feel like it could be one of two ways, or really one of three ways. The first way could be that they're exploring other romantic relationships, and this like new beginning, the ending could be you and this person, or the ending could be the end that you should put when it comes to you and this person. So like the Ace of Cups, to me, it can represent maybe they're exploring new romantic relationships or new romantic connections. The Ace of Cups can represent that like in a very smarmy way. They might at times make it seem like the two of you are going to be in a romantic relationship only to ghost you or like ghost you again. And I would say like the third part of it could be that if we're looking at the Ace of Cups rather than it being upright but it being in reverse, it could be an indication that this person is, let's say, very blocked when it comes to their emotions. The Ace of Cups, when it is in reverse, can represent blocked emotions. It can represent breakups. It can represent us perhaps not being open and honest about the way that we are feeling. So to me, there's just this strong indication of like the Eight of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Seven of Cups kind of bring me to this message of this person still exploring their options and not really knowing what the hell it is that they want. And that alone would make this connection not really worth your time, because you don't want to be pouring your own time, effort, and energy into a connection and getting nothing or getting breadcrumbs back in return from this person. I feel like with the Death card again, it's going to represent endings and new beginnings. It's going to represent transitions. And I feel like maybe for some of us, when it comes to this connection, it wasn't always this way. Like maybe there was a point in time in this connection where we didn't feel like second best, or we didn't feel like their last priority. But right now we do. And as always, let me do two disclaimers. I'm never trying to be harsh or hurtful when I give readings. I'm only trying to deliver the messages as accurately as I receive them and can read these tarot cards. And the other aspect of it is, if it doesn't resonate with you, then it is not meant for you. Don't come cussing at me in the comments, please and thank you. But with all of those disclaimers said, for me, for some of us, it also feels like this connection wasn't always this way. And we didn't always feel like their last priority. Even if we weren't in a relationship with them, like a full-blown romantic relationship, even if we weren't in a relationship with them, they never made us feel like we were their last priority. And now it might be starting to feel that way. And that's what maybe some of the transitions or the change that the Death card can also represent. Maybe that's some of the changes or the transitions that's been taking place within this connection. It's more so this negative change or transition where we thought, especially because this person at times really made it seem as though we were moving forward toward a romantic relationship with them. We thought that that was the direction that we were going in. And then this person sort of began to walk away from us or run away from us, because I do feel like there could be an indication of this person, especially with the Eight of Cups and the Two of Wands, sort of having some of those runner characteristics, where there's this fear of emotional intimacy, where they run away from a connection once it begins to get a little bit too real. That they struggle with, I believe I did say emotional intimacy, but I'm going to say it again, where they struggle with emotional intimacy, where they're not ready to settle down. They want to explore their other options, etc. And this is something that could be very hurtful, of course, to you. And this has nothing really to do with you. There's nothing more that you could have done, should have done, or would have done that made this person not begin to run away or not ghost you or not go no contact with you. This person is just simply not ready for the type of romantic relationship that you are. And they'll continue to explore. They'll continue to feel like they have all of these other options in their love life that they can go and explore, and then they can run away from when it starts to get too real, and they're just stuck in this cycle of, let's say, running away. And until they focus on themselves and heal from this, etc., and so on and so forth, until they get to a point in their life where they are ready to settle down, they're perhaps going to keep perpetuating these same types of behaviors. Okay, I hope that makes sense. When it comes to this connection, I feel like with the Ace of Cups too, if we're looking at it in reverse, and it's these more so, let's say, blocked emotions, that to me is just going to, again, reiterate, there's a lack of, a fear of, a hesitancy to express themselves, and to be emotionally intimate with somebody else and to be vulnerable with someone else. But I just feel like this person they're not ready to settle down. I guess that's the simplest way that I could put it, that this person is not ready to settle down. That at times too, I feel like the Death card, as much as it's bringing me like an indication of like the romantic connection between the two of you is over, because this person's trying to explore all these other options that I keep getting that they think they have. Anyway, I keep getting so there's just this strong indication of that Death card also bringing up that there's been changes within this connection that have led for it to come to an ending. And I feel like a lot of those changes have to deal with this person, wanting to run away and wanting to explore their other options that they seem to think that they have. And the main part of it being like the way that they communicate with you, the rate at which they communicate with you, how much they see you, how much time, effort, and energy they're putting in, and where they used to perhaps put a lot of time, effort, and energy into you and into the connection between the two of you. Now it's seeming to have come to this like full stop, and we're not exactly sure why. And part of the reason why we don't exactly know why is because this person does not communicate or tell us or let us know what is on their mind. I do feel like with that Four of Swords, this could be an indication of something such as ghosting. It could be an indication of this person trying to fade out or fade away when it comes to this connection. So to me, that Four of Swords, it's definitely going to indicate that at this point the two of you might be low or no contact. And I feel like this person is really not, I think I'm just going to leave it at this. I feel like this person is really not worth your time, based on what I am getting from this reading. I hope that this makes sense for those of us who it is meant for. I hope that this resonates and gives some more clarity and some more insight into what is going on with your person. And thank you so much for joining me here and making it through this reading with me if you have stuck around. Have a wonderful day.